This video was sponsored by no one. Yes sir, the Fujifilm X-S10. I'm buying one. You know I'm excited if I took the time to make an intro video like that. If you want to know something about this camera before you purchase it and when it gets into my hands, be sure you leave a comment down below so that I can see your comment and keep a running list of what you guys want to know about the Fujifilm X-S10. Sounds like a deal? Aye. Let's get into the specs. The Fujifilm X-S10 has 4K up to 30 frames per second, Full HD up to 240 frames per second, a 26 megapixel X-Trans sensor like what's in the X-T3 and X-T4, a 5-axis IBIS with up to 6 stops, a flip-out selfie screen, 18 film simulations, continuous shooting of 30 frames per second, and it also uses MPW126S batteries, which are the batteries that are found in the X-T3. There has to be some limitation somewhere, right? It goes without saying, but I'll say it. You can't get everything in the X-T4 inside of a mid-range camera. They just can't do that, otherwise they wouldn't sell the X-T4. For a little bit further detail, this camera sits below the X-T4 and above the X-T30. It's hard to believe that this camera is gonna come in at $999. But don't get me wrong, as soon as they say that, I'm gonna jump on the website and click purchase. And at that price point, $999, this will fly off the shelves. And I guarantee you it will be a banger. All right, let's refocus. Now let's look at the top of the camera. In this first picture, you can see that there's an on-off switch, a shutter button, there's a record button, a custom dial, the quick menu button, an ISO button, a mode dial. On the left, there's another custom dial, and underneath it, a flash switch. Now let's take a look at the front of the camera. There's a tally light, a front command dial, and a lens release button. On the back of the camera, we have a joystick, and notice there isn't a D-pad on this camera, which is fine because I'll say it, I don't really use it on my X-T3. Plus, you see some buttons that we're used to seeing. Now, on the side of the camera, there is a 3.5mm microphone jack, a USB-C port, and a micro HDMI port. Overall, I'm buying this camera because I want a second camera for my YouTube workflow. What's that? You said elaborate a little bit more? Okay. I want to have similar systems when I'm recording things so that when I edit, I have pretty much the same setup. That will make things a lot easier on myself as someone who also edits my own content. It's a one-man show around here. And this will be my first time having IBIS, so I'm very much looking forward to that. One thing that I want to make sure I do on my channel is not only talk to you guys about Fuji stuff, but also showcase my photo and video stuff that I do for fun. For example, photos like these, and videos like this. Cause I'm always down to share what's going on inside my head creatively.